Folsom Lake Ford, letting you know the President's Day Sell-A-Thon is on. And with your approved credit, get 0% financing plus 0 down on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. FolsomLakeFord.com. Interest accrues from date of purchase.
It's time for game night, getting you ready for Sacramento Kings basketball.
He's got the bucket!
Game night is presented by Power Business Technology, your locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Contact them at 844-POWER-BZ or visit them at powercopiers.com. Here's your host, Scott Marsh, alongside the high flyer, Henry Turner.
And welcome into game night, game afternoon, game evening, however you want to call it. Jason Ross filling in for Scott Marsh, but the high flyer, Henry Turner, he's braving the elements, the wind, the snow. Is it snowing? It's not snowing. It is raining, though. It was when I came in. Was it raining when you were coming in, Henry? I think.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely watery outside.
Watery.
It's watery.
Yeah.
Got water everywhere.
Yep. I guess it's still winter. We got to wait till spring and summer and the warm months, but yes, we are here for the next couple of hours. In fact, Henry and I will have the Kings pregame show. G-Man has the final game before the All-Star break as they're in Utah to take on the Jazz. Henry, always hear stories about that. You played in this league. It's like, especially when it's like this season particularly, it's like, I don't know what my plans are. If I'm not going to the All-Star game, I'm getting away, and I can see that wherever that is right now.
And you know what, Jason? It is something to be said about it. It's true. I'm sorry. You know, usually I keep locker room stuff inside the locker room. I won't say it and out in public, but it is a thing. This game.
Yeah.
This game in particular, a lot of guys check out.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me go out here. I'm going to go through the motions unless you got a team that's really focused and really understands their task at hand. But 9 times out of 10, when you got a team that's, struggling or, rebuilding or just in the middle, man, hurry up and get this game over with.
Yeah. Well, this is the one case where the Kings might be better off that the amount of veterans that they have are not playing tonight. There's still no Sabonis, no Monk.
Right.
No Keegan. Keegan will be there. No Keegan. No Levine. Mm-hmm. Westbrook's been added to the list. I'm missing somebody. Oh, and Hunter. So basically, it's DeRozan and the kids.
Right.
And so, DeMar may have his eye on something else. He'll probably get 20 minutes tonight, but it's going to be everybody from, Achua to Cardwell, Reynaud, Carter. It's the young guys playing.
And that group right there.
They want to play.
They want to play. That group right there be like, you know what? We can skip the All-Star game and just keep on playing our game.
Keep the schedule going.
Right, because, they want to get better. They are enjoying the minutes that they're getting out there on the floor and really the freedom of what they get out there.
Right.
Zach ain't over there.
Yeah.
You know what? Russ hurt.
I can turn it over 5 times. I don't want to, but I can. I'm going to stay in the game.
Keegan sit there. He in street clothes.
Right.
You don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah, and this group basically has played the majority of the last 2 games. The one that was here was great. They played really well, didn't get the reward of the victory. The New Orleans game the other night looked a little bit more like a young group of players that haven't played a lot of NBA basketball.
And you're going to have those.
Absolutely. The veterans had those.
You're going to have those. Someone asked me the other day, really today, they were like, how do you feel about that New Orleans game? They look terrible. I'm like, I'm not going to judge those young kids off of one game.
Right.
I said, understand this. I said, I have been guilty, and I have went on record saying that at the beginning of the year, the veterans, I gave those guys 25 games. Mm-hmm. Before I evaluated anybody or anything, I gave them 25 games. I say, so don't even ask me what I think about the young guys just in a couple of games. No, I'm giving them the rest of the season.
Absolutely. I think the Kings will too, and I don't know exactly how they're going to sprinkle in the veterans the rest of the way, but that's basically what they're doing with so many of them out tonight. And this is what's unique. They're playing the Utah Jazz. Jazz have also near the bottom of the league. They're the team that's kind of getting labeled the tanking word because they have played Jaren Jackson Jr. They've played Markkanen and then taken them out of fourth quarters. Now, ironically, they still won the other day, and Coach Hardy was asked near the end of that game, or after the game, Henry was like, did you have any thoughts of putting those guys back in the game? No. Just short, sweet answer, no. But, that's probably an organizational directive, and doesn't mean the other guys can't win, just like tonight. Doesn't mean the Kings guys can't win.
And I'm with you on that, Jason. And as you see how the Utah Jazz are going about it, I would think that for a long time, I thought they were on a full rebuild because, marketing was up for trades.
Yeah.
Kessler was up for trades.
A year ago, Collins, right?
A year ago, Collins. So they were clearing out. But now they went and got JJ. Now you got JJ, you got marketing. Kessler is still there.
Yeah.
You can up him if you want, and you're probably going to have a pretty decent draft pick.
Oh, yeah.
So I think their rebuilding, when they were able to get JJ, just speeded up about a year or two.
Yeah, what's interesting, I think there's two teams that are doing something similar. Washington's done that when they traded for Trae Young, though he's not playing. Anthony Davis, he hasn't been playing. And to go with Sarr and the young guys, they're going to be a lottery team. It's like they think, boom, those two guys in with a lottery pick and Sarr developing. Utah's going, we got Markkanen, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. now.
Right.
Get another high lottery pick, and maybe we can be off and running.
And you're young.
Yep.
And you'll be able to go up and down.
Yep.
Kessler might be the one, entity that we say, okay, you really can't run with this
Right.
guy. But at the end of the day, you almost got a cheat code.
Yeah.
You cheating the rebuild to where you're probably skipping over a year or a year and a half.
Yeah, and at this point, I would say those teams are, they've already made the steps. They're ahead of the Kings. The Kings are still going through this, haven't been able to move out from some of the older guys. They'll try to do that still in the offseason, but they only got Schroeder out here and Keon Ellis as opposed to what kind of these other teams have done.
Right, because, let's just go back to Utah because they're the closest ones
Right.
to us. Like you said, they got rid of Collins. First of all, let's keep it 100. They got rid of Gobert. They got rid of Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
They got rid of some big-time players to be down to where they are right now. So now it looks like they got some players that, okay, we can build around these dudes.
Yeah.
JJ can be their number one, right? Even marketing.
Right.
Marketing can be the number one. You got a hell of a 1-2 punch with marketing and JJ. Kessler's a legitimate center.
Yeah.
Well, let's say you get a top 5 pick,
Yeah.
and you go out and get the number one point guard projected to come out.
Right.
You got a squad now.
Yeah, for sure. You've changed your team. You've changed your complexion completely. So it's the Kings and Jazz coming up. We're going to talk a lot about this over the next hour or so, then certainly in the pregame here on Game Day. I want to tell you we're brought to you by Power Business Technology. Experience how the power of family can help your business office equipment needs today. Contact them at 844-POWER-BZ or go to powercopiers.com. I know we've talked a lot as this season's gone on in the pregame and postgames about how difficult of a year it is. And I really think about this, honestly, Henry, more, and maybe I shouldn't have thought it this way, but more from the veterans' perspective, from the Sabonis, from the Murray. Murray's now a younger veteran, but he's been in the league long enough, and Westbrook and so on and so forth. But it is the young guys' turn, I think, here at the end, and they've experienced a lot of losing, though they haven't been as responsible for it. What do you think their year has felt like at this point, going, hey, I'm just got here into the NBA. This is probably not how every year is going to go, but this is what they know as a team that's at the bottom of the standings.
I think the young guys are, I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to affect them in a bad type situation, Jason, because before we got to the rebuild, it was more so injuries.
Yeah.
Max got put into the starting lineup and into the limelight because Sabonis got hurt.
Yeah.
Right? Nick started playing more minutes because Keegan went down. So I don't think it was something to where they just didn't start off with, oh my God, we're losing, and now we're in a rebuild mode. I honestly think it's a good thing for these guys to get these meaningful minutes. And for Max and Nick, I think it's a good thing for them to see the superstars of the league. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, there's no way you can put a price tag on when Max got to go out there and he's going up against the Joker.
Yeah.
He's going up against Kessler. He's going up against Randall. He's going up against Big Cat. These are the dudes of the league. And when you go up against them and you have some success, you start having some good games.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden your confidence is through the roof.
Right.
You're not scared. I told the rookie, I said, Rook, I love what you're doing right now. I said, but the hard part is next year.
Yeah.
When your name is on the scout report.
Right.
You're not on the scouting report now.
Yeah.
Nobody is rotating over to Maxine
Right.
in the scouting report. But next year, oh, no. Your name going to be on that scouting report, your guy might not leave you in that dunker's position.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
So that's where you got to step your game up even more.
And the the offseason work and all that stuff's going to be important for him. The other part I like about a second-year pro, and you could speak on this beautifully, is that, I don't know, even anyone out there that just didn't even play sports, went to freshman year of high school. That's weird. That's intimidating. It's new. It's a big school. Where do I go? I have 6 different classes. Second year, you feel like a different person. I've been here. I know where to go. I know this room. So as a player, if you've played and had any kind of success, that second year, you're like, I know what I'm doing. I'm comfortable.
You do, Jason. Mindset,
Yeah.
Game, you probably worked on some things
Sure.
on your game. But I'm telling you, it's a hell of a lot easier that freshman year because, like I said,
You're unknown, huh?
nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
Nobody's rotating over to you. You are basically a no man. You just a jersey.
Yeah.
That next year, why you think so many players really it's a lot of players that fall short that sophomore year.
Yeah.
Because you done some things your freshman year, and teams are like, oh, no. We know him. Watch him. Stay right there. So you really have to bring something extra your sophomore year because they just scouted you, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know he had that push shot. Oh, we know he has the push shot. Yeah.
You know what? I didn't know he rebounds like that. Oh, no, I know you coming. I'm boxing you out.
Right.
You are on the scouting report. It's a whole different game. And then, what you do then, after you had your sophomore year, now it's bring something new to your game every year because that old scouting report is there.
Right.
We know he loves to go right and spin back left. Well, you better be able to go right, spin back left, hesitate, and come back right.
Yeah.
That next year.
Right.
You always got to bring something new to your game every year.
It's the reality of the season, the way it's happened, Henry. I wonder for Scott Perry, B.J. Armstrong, the decision makers on the talent of this team, how true of a read they have. Look, the records, it is what it is. They're the worst team in the league. You can't hide from it. They've lost 13 in a row. They have had injuries, and I'm not trying to use that as to why their record is, it's partly why it's this bad. But I don't know if you could have understood a steady diet of, no, Sabonis is in with Murray, with Levine, but that's when we wanted to play Clifford. Mm-hmm. But now it's, hey, Clifford, you're kind of option 1 with Max and with Cardwell and whatever it is. It's, can you be with DeRozan, Westbrook? And, it hasn't been the true version of what they probably wanted to see.
These are the positives you take out of that, Jason. Like you said, you're looking at Clifford now and you're saying, okay, he's option 1. But Clifford is still looking at Kawhi Leonard. Mm-hmm. Clifford is still looking at Harden. Clifford is still looking at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah. He's still got to go up against those guys. So if he's number 1, he could be the number 1 option. But if he's flourishing in that option, can you imagine if, the next year you put some more veterans around him, but he's still looking at Shai like, yeah, I kind of got over on you last year and I'm still coming.
Right.
That's what you want out of him.
Yeah.
You don't want to see Clifford as option number 1. As soon as he go up against Shai, he wets the bed.
Right.
Or as soon as he see Kawhi, he wets the bed. Those are things you don't want to see. You want to see him go out and really compete and say, oh, yeah. You see Clifford go out there and give you 30 points. You say, who did he get 30 points to? Oh, man, he gave 30 to him? Okay, we might have something here.
Right.
He might not give him 30 every night, but that just goes to show he went out and competed that night.
Yeah, for sure. Well, tonight it's the Kings and the Utah Jazz. We're going to talk more about this game and more about maybe how the league can conquer this issue that's out there that they do care about. They don't want to see these teams that are have that tanking kind of resume around them. We do want to tell you that we're brought to you by Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Sacramento, and they're looking for volunteer mentors. For just a few hours a month, you can impact the life of a child. You can call 916-646-9300 or visit bbbs-sac.org to learn more. Henry and I are back with more right here on Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Hi, this is Henry Turner, a.k.a. the High Flyer. I've done a lot of amazing things on the basketball floor, but now it's your turn to be amazing. For more than 55 years, Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Sacramento has helped out the youth beat the many odds. Too many littles, especially boys, are still waiting for volunteers, Big Brothers. Volunteers to spend at least 4 to 6 hours a month with local youth who needs guidance and support. So donate your time to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of the greater Sacramento area. Get involved. It's easy as a layup. Call 916-646-9300.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Hi, this is Adam Warner, co-owner of the historic Firehouse Restaurant in Old Sacramento. We're celebrating 65 years of excellence this season. Come visit us where our motto is guests first. We are locally owned and have been in the capital city since 1960. Come experience our finest steaks, chops, and fresh seafood. The Firehouse also has the Central Valley's most awarded wine selection. Level up your pregame at the Firehouse for a quick and easy meal with valet parking for just $10.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Running a business takes grit, vision, and a partner who believes in your success as much as you do. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built around you. The entrepreneurs, the growers, the dreamers powering our community. Whether you need flexible checking, faster payments, or financing to take your next big step, Valley Strong brings local expertise and real relationships to every stage of your business. Because when local businesses thrive, the whole valley grows stronger. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future. ValleyStrong.com/business.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel.
By Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Check out their full line of vehicles at mbofstockton.com. So, Henry, it's 2 of the bottom feeders. Unfortunately, our Sacramento Kings are there. They have lost 13 in a row. They're 12-43. But they do have company. The Pacers, who won last night, they're 14-40. The Wizards, 14-38. The Pelicans, 15-40. Nets are 15-37. And the Jazz. I feel like these are the bottom 6 here that are kind of all dueling for that worst record, I guess. The Jazz are 17-37. I've been at the league meetings. You've been at league stuff, and summer league stuff. The commissioner's bothered by it. If there's even a perception of tanking, he hates it. I don't know what the fix is. One of the things they tried to do is to earn a All-NBA or earn an award. You got to play 65 games. I think that's flawed. LeBron missed a game last night. He has ended his streak of 21 consecutive years of All-NBA, which is incredible. I don't think he would have made All-NBA this year, but anyway, the point being he can't win an award. Wemby's right on the fringe. Jokic missed a bunch of games. It's like, wait, these guys can't win Defensive Player of the Year, potentially MVP, because they missed too many games. So I think that's why that was in place. I think that needs to be changed. I don't know how you get teams to play all the way through. They've skewed the lottery. It's not truly an advantage to finish last.
Right.
you have any ideas as a former player? Like, I don't know what the fix is.
I don't know if it's going to be a fix, Jason. I think more so, and this is crazy, but I think a lot of these changes was just for the verbiage. Just for the verbiage. Because really, how are you going to tell a team to play this guy? This guy's supposed to be hurt.
Right.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I think it was more so a problem when, Popovich was sitting Ginobili,
right,
Duncan, and Parker, right? And just said, no, I'm just not going to play them. They're resting.
Yeah. And I think that
was a problem.
Yeah, it totally was. And I get, honestly, I understand both sides, which is, hey, pick a side. But I understand if I'm paying tickets to watch Henry Turner play and you're a King and you go to New York once a year and you're my favorite player, and because you're an older player, you've played a bunch of games, it makes more sense for Henry to sit tonight for you and for the team. I totally get it. But I bought tickets to come see Henry.
Right.
That's what the league doesn't want to see happen.
And that's gamesmanship
right
on the team's part. But like I said, I think it's more so the verbiage, because you remember when Pop first started doing it, he was just calling it rest.
Yes.
And then
they didn't like that.
And then it was a big riff about it, and then all of a sudden it became
sore
load
toe
management.
Yeah. Or then, hey, Henry's got a sore toe. How are you going to prove?
No, load management hit first.
Right.
And then, everybody started having load management. Kawhi used that to death.
Right.
And the league was like, well,
that's rest.
Load management is basically rest too. So, they're not going to be able to stop it.
Right.
And I don't even think teams even worry about it.
No.
If the league comes at you, you just say, he's got swelling in the knee.
Right. Right. And I think the problem, the one that I think is catching people's attention is Utah, because of the way they did the last two games. It's like Markkanen was great. Jackson was great. You're not playing your two best players in the fourth quarter. Now, the Kings have done this too. I'm not trying to say, that Utah's the only team doing it. But if you're going through the exercise of playing a player, then play him.
And you see what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
They took both of those guys out, right? And then all of a sudden, Markkanen was supposed to be out against the Kings.
Yeah, we don't know still yet.
And it said rest.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, the verbiage changed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. I think it's more so you're not going to be able to shut it down all the way, but they want teams to change the verbiage of what they're saying is going to be the answer why the player isn't playing.
Yeah, and look, I think we've said this before, organizations may want, hey, it's in our best interest as an organization to finish in the bottom three because of our lottery chances. But every player that's out there, no matter who they're trying to win the game. And the coach is trying to coach to win the game.
And Jason, even if you want to talk about it from a strategic point, I understood why Pop did it.
Uh-huh.
Because you know what? Pop would sit Tony Parker, he would sit Ginobili, he would sit Tim Duncan, and he would run his subs. They wasn't struggling. This was a championship team.
That group played great, yeah.
This was a championship team. But the reason why he done it, Jason, is to get those other guys meaningful minutes, because he knew once the playoffs hit and you lose one of your main guys, you got to insert somebody in. And you don't want to insert a player that's like, man, I ain't played in 3 months. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
So he let those guys play and get meaningful minutes. I understood exactly why he was doing it.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing it to get a draft pick. He was doing it to get his players right.
Yeah, I mean, look, the league, we said, did the 65 games. They did the play-in. I mean, the play-in has implemented a few more teams with an opportunity. Even if you get to 10, hey, look, you're in that group. You could win 2 games, and you're in the playoffs. So they're including more teams into that top 20, less teams in the lottery, skewed the lottery odds. It's still happening.
You know what? I had somebody else ask me, because, people, they come up to me and ask me questions about the NBA all the time. I had someone ask me, they said,
you should charge them.
I know I do these start charging for information, Jay. They actually said, the West is so dominant, right? They said, we were talking about New York, and I was like, nah, New York might be the best team to come out of the East. And they were like, well, if New York was in the West, where would they be? I was like, they probably would be around the 5 or 6 seed. And they were like, well, if it's like that, why don't the NBA just take the best 20 teams or the best how many teams to the playoffs and let those guys play each other? I said probably because you might get, OKC and Denver. And in the championship is one of, and they were like, well, that's okay because they're the 2 best teams that need to play against each other.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only, and the way our society is now and the hotels and the travel, I mean, I think part of it would be like, okay, if we took the top, at the end, 16, right, make the playoffs. So if we had 16 and, it's New York and Portland, let's say, in a playoff series. That's not the finals. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a lot of okay. Give them a day off. But I mean, there's day off between games. So, both teams are doing the same thing.
Because, see, we were trying to make a comparison because we was just talking about how one-sided the Super Bowl was.
Uh-huh.
And when you get to the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, the World Series, you want to see the best two teams.
You want it. It's
play,
not always that way.
And you want to see a knockdown, drag-out game. You don't want to see a blowout type game.
Yeah.
So you would think you would have the two best teams because there was like, man, the Seattle Chargers. I mean, the Seattle Rams game was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's happened. Look, I think way back when the Kings and Lakers in 2002, everybody felt that was the championship, and then it was the Nets, and it was a sweep.
They said that for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
This Kings-Lakers series is the championship right here.
Right. Well, it's I don't know how much of an issue it is. The fact that people are talking, honestly, about the bottom teams in the league may be good. It's probably bad for the league, but it also tells you how good this draft is, and a lot of people are talking about that's the desire to get down there and get one of those top 5, 6, 7 picks because it looks to be a loaded draft.
Let me tell you how loaded this draft is, Jason. It's crazy when you can't move an all-star player with a draft pick because this draft is so loaded. Yeah. Teams are like, we're not giving up our draft pick. I don't care who.
Not from this year.
Is out there. That's this year. Prior years, you can get 2 or 3 draft picks for an all-star player. This year, nah.
Yeah.
Because it's so loaded, it's so heavy that everybody thinks that, you probably still will get a stud in the mids.
Yeah, I forgot what the stat is, but I'll have it partially wrong here, but it was something like last summer when the Grizzlies traded Bane to Orlando, they got like 3 or 4 first-round picks. Grizzlies traded Jaren Jackson. They got future Utah Jazz first-round picks. Like those two guys got them like seven picks, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Luka got 1. Trae Young didn't get any.
Right.
And you're like, these are bona fide stars that aren't getting.
Right.
And, Donovan Mitchell and Gobert got 9 total picks for those guys. It's just a different time right now.
Yeah, because,
that's gold.
The draft picks wasn't warranted like they are right now.
Yeah.
Draft picks is hot.
Yeah, it is hot. One other thing, league-wide, did you see the suspensions that came down for the scuffle the other day?
I was wondering about that.
What's your so 4 guys that were involved in it got suspended. It was let me make sure I have this right. Miles Bridges and Moussa Diabate, who they each got 4 games. Jalen Duren, who kind of smushed Diabate's face, he got 2, and Beef Stew Isaiah Stewart was suspended 7. He's a recurring crime, I guess. And he came in to fight. He left the bench. He wanted all the smoke.
I mean, it seemed like Beef Stew was sitting on the bench waiting like, I'm ready for something to pop off around this joint.
When? Let me see it. Let me go.
Yeah.
It's like a starter's pistol, and he's gone.
I mean, he was straight Damon at the party at Fridays. I'm all right, boy. I'm waiting for something to pop off. He couldn't wait.
Beef Stew. I thought there'd be more. Honestly, I was surprised with some of the ancillary. Did someone leave the court for get their foot on the court, something crazy like that? But yeah, those guys 7, 4, 4, and 2. So
okay,
yeah. All right, we will take the break here. We got more to get to as we continue to prep you for the Kings and the Jazz. We're back again. A reminder at the bottom of the hour for the pregame, and then G-Man has the play-by-play. We've got all that and more straight ahead right here on Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Ram Truck Month?
Get the new Ram you want at the most affordable price I've seen in years. You can lease a new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie for as low as $399 a month for 39 months. That's $13,000 off MSRP on a brand new 2026 Ram truck.
Whoa, $399 a month? That feels like it can't be real.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive how we've been able to find all this savings. As a fifth-generation family-owned dealer, our goal has always been, and continues to be, to serve our customers and save them as much as possible.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$13,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie after $5,000 factory rebate and $7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates may include $2,000 select inventory cash on select inventory, $399 special lease with $29.95 due at signing, plus tax, license fees, and dealer accessories. Must finance through Stellantis. 7,500 miles per year, 30 cents per mile over for well-qualified buyers with 720 plus FICO score. Sample VIN 179-105. MSRP 68,125. See dealer for details.
Valentine's Day is coming fast. Don't miss it. At Gazetta Jewelers, it's all about personalized service, expert craftsmanship, and relationships that last. From timeless diamonds to meaningful custom pieces, find a gift that tells your love story. Whether you're 5 or 50, everyone deserves a Valentine's Day. Shop in-store or anytime at GazettaJewelers.com. This Valentine's Day, don't forget your sweetheart. Gazetta Jewelers. Love made personal. GazettaJewelers.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
All right, back here on game night, Jason Ross, the high flyer Henry Turner. I'm in for Scott Marsh, world traveler. Traveling with UC Davis basketball. I think they got UC San Diego tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. They afraid of your guys, Fullerton? How are your guys doing this year?
Oh, they struggling, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I went and seen when they played against Davis. They were struggling. They gave Davis a good little run though, but definitely their wins and losses is not right.
You got any eligibility left? Can you go back?
No, I'm done, bro.
Done?
No, it's a wrap on mine.
Would you play basketball again? Like, could you go play? I mean, I know physically you could, but I know like you're like, would you want to play basketball again?
Oh yeah, basketball, my life, man. I love it.
I mean, like in the part, like because I know now, like when you haven't been playing, like it's always like, someone's gonna get hurt. Like, would you?
Oh, do I want to play now?
Yeah.
No, I enjoy my job too much.
That's what I was getting at.
But you know what though, Jason? I do always go back, bro, when I'm watching NBA basketball, and I remember back when I was playing, and I compare. We always try to compare, and it was totally on the defensive side of the ball, Jason. It was definitely different than what it is now. Watching these teams play now, everybody is always asking for help. Mm-hmm. Help on the drive, help on the cover, help on the down low, pin down. You always had to help. Back in my day, you only helped on certain dudes.
Yeah.
Like Magic Johnson got a double team. Larry Bird got a double team. Lajuan got double team. You had to be a real legitimate superstar for us to double team you. And whoever was in the game, let's say, for example, back in the day, if Lionel Simmons was guarding Clyde Drexler or Dominique Wilkins and couldn't stay in front of him, it was like, Lionel, you're out, Hank, you're in.
Yeah.
It wasn't that send help.
Right.
If you can't guard him, go to the bench.
Someone else will try.
It's somebody on our bench that will guard him.
Yeah.
That will stay in front.
Yeah.
That means we ain't got to worry about miscommunication.
Yeah.
We ain't got to worry about missed rotations. I'm not coming to help you anyway. I'm guarding my guy. You know, so with today's game, it's, he didn't rotate over. I didn't get the right help here. We didn't make this coverage. How about just guard your man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just guard your guy.
I was probably about 2 weeks ago flipping through, and it was NBA TV it was the Lakers and Mavericks. It was the Magic era, so I don't know, 84, 85, somewhere in there. Mark Aguirre, like it was just like some old school guys that I used to love and watch play. And it was just, I mean, I watched it then, grew to love it then, and watching it go, gosh, it looks just different. And the amount of, I say mid-range, it just felt like layups, not as many dunks, some,
right?
But a lot of mid-range. Like Michael Cooper took like a three.
Yes.
And you're like, ooh. Like they were like a 3-point. Byron Scott could shoot him. He didn't. Like Magic took long twos. Like nobody was taking 3-pointers.
And you wasn't getting into that rim like that either, Jason, because you had two legitimate 7-footers down there and their guys.
Yeah, a center and then a power, like truly like a power forward, another big dude.
So the rim was clogged. If you was able to get down and dunk that basketball back then, that was something special.
Yeah, that's right. It was Kareem, it was Donaldson, and it was like skyhook, feed the big fella. Like they're not out there shooting threes.
No.
They were running to the paint.
And they're not spacing the floor.
No. There wasn't room for guards to get in there.
Hey, they right there in the middle, anchored down. So if you couldn't take off from the dotted line, you might want to stay up out of there.
Yeah, like Magic would get in there and kind of get into the paint, but either finish, a little floater, baby hook, or another cutter that found a little wiggle room. But it wasn't like guys were breaking guys down and getting all the way to the rim.
No, none of that.
Yeah.
None of that. That's why, guys that are dinosaurs that's in my age bracket, when we see one dribble driving you to the rim, oh, my God, I would have loved to play in this era.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, this is when people are like, hey, our team would have beat this team. It's so hard to tell all that stuff. But I don't know if the game's better, worse, same, improve. I mean, there's elements that I love that the 3-point shot is there, but I know you and I cringe still with like 3-on-1 and the 2 on the wing fan out to the 3-point line, just going, that would have never happened before.
No, ever. Ever. Our fast break, Jason, was you get out, you run, and you hit that hash line, and you start angling in.
And make the one commit to something.
Yes.
If it's you, pass to one of the two. If it's one of the side, something.
Hey, and if that didn't work, you guys circled to that basket, came out, back to the wings, and then it was the secondary break.
Right.
So it wasn't all about just come down, one man and two guys just fan straight to the corners.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah, now it's 3's worth more than 2. And sometimes they go in. Other times you're like, you had an easy 2 points.
You had an easy 2 points.
Yeah.
We understand. You didn't get 3, but you was definitely going to get 2. And then how about this? What if you got fouled?
Right.
What if you got, it happens.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it.
Yeah.
But that's when you cringe when you see somebody foul a guy at the 3-point line. It really doesn't happen, but if I'm coming to the rack, you're going to foul me.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to get a chance to get 2 points.
Yeah.
That's why I say basketball IQ was at a whole total different level back then because, you really had to make a decision.
Yeah, and they had big guys back then. Obviously, the guys are big, but it seems like, people are big, fast, strong, all that now. But, man, the fouls were legit back then.
The fouls were legit, Jason.
And they were just a foul.
And then here's another thing, too. I honestly think back in our era, guys took it way more seriously as far as if you had to help them or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember one year, Saint was coaching us, and Odin Polonese was the center. And we're getting ready to play Houston, about to play the Dream. And we're in shoot around. Saint says, okay, we're going to red Dream on the pass. That means double team, right? OP was like, what do you mean? He's like, we're going to red him on the pass.
Saint thinks you can't guard him.
He was like, y'all going to disrespect me like that? Y'all going to think, what, I can't guard Dream? You just going to automatically come and think he going to kill me? Well.
Yes.
Well, we started the game, Jason, and we didn't double team him.
Okay. How many did you have at the first time out?
16.
I thought you were going to say like 8.
OP walk over to the sideline, man, and sit down, and Saint just looks at him and said, can we double team him now, Odin? But what I'm saying is, the moral of the story is that we didn't want to accept help like that.
Right.
You wanted to be able to guard your guy mano-a-mano.
Yeah.
And especially if you guard an all-star, because if you lock him up, it's something to be said.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I remember, because we used to always give, the guys that come off the bench a nickname.
Right.
Right? And, like the bench mob and, like the Bean Boys. Mm-hmm. Ours was the penitentiary.
Okay.
We was the guys in the penitentiary. We got to lock you up.
Right.
It was me, Randy Brown, Dwayne Coswell, Trevor Wilson.
Uh-huh.
We called ourselves the penitentiary because, bro, we gonna lock you up. That was our thing.
That's funny. The other part, too, that stood out to me in that game, Henry, it was it Rolando Blackman was their point guard, I think? Or Harper? Whatever. It would Lakers might score. Inbound, they just walked it up. Walked the ball up the floor. And look over to the coach for the play.
Call the play.
And it's like, whoa, this is just, like the Lakers were running, not every time, but they were running. A lot of times they were waiting for Kareem. If they weren't running.
But see, that was the secondary break, though.
Yes.
They would give the ball to Magic. Worthy and Byron Scott Cooper take off.
Yeah.
Poof, they gone. And Magic will bring it up. If they didn't get nothing,
then you see the captain running the screen.
They would swing through up under the basket, come back out, and you would see Cap coming back down.
Yeah.
That's going to be the secondary break to where you throw it to him or they run the pick and roll or whatever.
Sky hook, made hoop, inbound to Dallas. They look to the side, walk the ball. Like Lakers are back. Walk. We're running whatever play. Like, okay, force swirl. And then it's like, man, now not everybody pushes it every single play, but a lot of time. The pace is pretty fast now.
But you know what started that, though? College.
Yeah.
College. Remember when Loyola Marymount? They used to run that type of offense, and then they got to be real good with it. And Tark looked at it, and Tark said, "Wait a minute." Then all of a sudden, the Running Rebels start playing that type of. They start playing that type of ball. It was like, okay, we got 5 guys that can get up and down the floor and score.
That's right.
And then they start coming to the NBA.
Yeah,
showtime.
That's right. Well, it's time for our Firehouse Restaurant Who's on Fire. You can level up your pregame at Firehouse for a quick and easy meal with valet parking for just $10. I would say Saint Scouting Report's on fire. OP really gave up 16 before the first time out?
Before the first time out, bro.
Ooh. Well, you know who's on fire, Henry? The Spurs and Wemby. Last night set an NBA record, 40 points in the fastest amount of time, fewest minutes. He went for 40, and they won 5 in a row. Here are the Spurs, 3.5 out of the top spot in the Western Conference.
I think we're actually looking at history making.
Yeah?
Wemby's a problem, bro.
He sure is. If he stays healthy,
he is a legitimate problem. Okay, I think back to the old guys like, Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
Kareem was a monster, but Kareem was only a monster from the free throw line down.
Right.
Shaq was a monster.
Just a bully, big bully.
Shaq, down low, you had nothing you could do with him. This dude gives you the whole gamut.
He's got handles.
He got handles. He can pass the ball. He can shoot threes. And he takes one step and gets to the rim.
I love it when someone's taking a jumper, mid-range, 3, whatever. They think they've got the space. And it's like, no, you don't. He just whoop. And he gets out there and denies it.
He gets
when
out
it looks
there
like
so
he can't.
Quick. And he moves better than all of them.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So the Spurs are on fire. They have won 5 in a row, 37-16. I'd say it for ex-Kings, but good for Barnes, good for Fox. They're living their best life over there right now.
Living my best life.
Would you take a chance at all on Jeremy Sohan from the Spurs? They waived him today. He's kind of still a young guy, would be one of the younger Kings, but obviously something's not right with him there, and they just chose to waive him.
If I was the Kings, I'm taking looks at any and everybody.
Yeah.
Take a look at the young man.
Yeah, I don't know what it would cost, but the Kings are near that tax apron and all that, but I think every team should be looking at him, certainly. All right, break time for us. We still have one final segment ahead before we get you to the Kings pregame. Henry and I will continue right here on Sactown Sports.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Match De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
What if the greatest player on the court wasn't who you expected? This February, experience heart, hustle, and a whole new kind of hero in Sony's GOAT, the animated sports adventure for the whole family. Only in theaters February 13th, rated PG.
Growing your business? It's all about having the right team on the court. At Bank of Marin, we partner with businesses in the greater Sacramento area, delivering personalized service and local expertise to help you make a slam dunk. Whether it's customized lending or solutions to keep your business growing, you'll benefit from local decision making. Expanding, acquiring additional assets, or building a lasting banking relationship? We're ready for tip-off. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Business moves fast, and so do we. At Bank of Marin, we team up with businesses in the greater Sacramento area to help you drive the lane and score big. With dedicated relationship bankers and local decision making, we help you move quickly, whether you're upgrading equipment, buying your next building, streamlining cash flow, or fueling growth. From expansion to investment, we're ready to help you win. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento. Large framing and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
All right, game night continues. Jason Ross in for Scott Marsh, the high flyer Henry Turner. This is our final segment. We will have the pregame coming your way here in moments. This is the Kings and the Jazz from Salt Lake. Jazz 17 wins, Kings only 12, 13 consecutive losses. Man, just hate saying that, hate hearing it, but it is a reality of the year. They have more losses than they have in this streak than they have wins overall.
Yeah, Jason, but I'm kind of over that now, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You hit the reset. I think I need to.
I did. We had to, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we really had to because, we're in a situation to where this team wasn't going to do it.
Right.
It wasn't going to get it done. Whether we just lost games, injuries, guys not playing together, for all the combination of everything that could happen and everything that went bad, went wrong, we're not going to be able to do it. So, make a decision now and say, okay, go to the youth movement, let the youth see, because it's going to be a rebuilding year.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in the middle of it. I mean, there's no other way to go, right?
I mean, we're still breaking down.
Yes.
We're definitely trying to compare ourselves to Utah. Utah's on the build up.
Right.
We're still on the tear down stage.
Yeah.
So we can't even start thinking about building because we ain't finished tearing down.
Yeah, and this is the final one before the All-Star break. Kings will have a nice bit of time off. They won't play again until next Thursday when they host Orlando. Then there's a bunch of road games again after that. But the break, I think the mental break, we've talked about that. Maybe the young guys don't want it, but those veterans certainly need it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean,
coaching staff, everybody.
They're not playing they're not playing much now, but they definitely have to hit the reset button also, because think about situations like this. We know DeMar DeRozan didn't come here for a rebuild.
Right.
Sabonis didn't come here for a rebuild. Russell knew what he was getting into. All right. We moved off of Schroeder. We moved off of Ellis. And, Malik Monk is here or there. But, Zach didn't come here on a rebuild. None of those guys that I'm pretty sure if you would have asked them before they signed to come to the Sacramento Kings, do you want to be on a rebuilding team? No, not really.
Right.
No veteran really wants to be on a rebuilding team because they want to try to fight for a championship.
Yeah.
That's in our DNA. Now, if you just happen to be on one of those teams, then you got to be professional and do what you have to do. But if you had a choice, none of those guys want to be on a rebuilding squad.
Yeah, and some of the guys are hurt, but when we get out of the break and it's 8 more days off, I think Keegan's really close. Sabonis, it's lower back soreness. I got to believe at some point he'll be able to come back. Do you anticipate the final, whatever it is, 26 games, 25 games out of the break, kind of more of the same, like sprinkle in a veteran here or two, and then the young guys?
Yeah, I really do. Even when Keegan comes back, I'm pretty sure they're going to let Keegan take his time.
Yeah.
Same thing with Sabonis. Let him take his time. Same thing with Hunter. We got a bunch of guys that's banged up, but there's no need to rush those guys back. You know who Sabonis is.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, DeMar might get a little bit more, start getting some more rest.
Yeah.
Because, he's the main one that's still really playing with the young guys, him and Russ. They're still getting, big time minutes and being able to be out there on the floor. But after a while, their number is going to get called to where they might be in the teens as far as minutes being played out there on the floor.
Yeah, so if you were a veteran on this team and Doug Christie came to you and said, Henry, we appreciate everything you've done, but for the rest of this year, here are your options. I'm going to play you 20 minutes or less. So, yeah, I know your averages will get hurt, but 20 minutes or less. 20 minutes is the max. You might get 11 minutes or none. What would you prefer?
I still want to play.
Okay.
No doubt. I don't think the verbiage would be that.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it's, hey, help the young guys.
Yes.
Be a pro.
Because I think
but I'm thinking for your sake, if you go, they're not going to tell you your average. You're going to know that, like, look, I average 18 a game. My average is going to go down because I'm playing less minutes. And I'm trying to get the next contract. I mean, those are things people think about.
Yeah. But who's trying to get another contract? Maybe DeMar?
Yeah.
DeMar's contract
Zach
is
at
up.
some point. I mean, Zach's going to be here for this next year, likely. I mean, but his next one, I guess you don't have to worry about that right now.
Exactly. Zach ain't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
You will say, if you want to sprinkle Malik in there, Malik has to worry about nothing, nor does Sabonis.
Yeah.
If you're a veteran and you're trying to get your contract, okay, I understand. You want to play. But I think the verbiage is more so, Jason, hey, here's the deal. We're going towards the youth movement. Do you want to be a part of this? And a part of this means your minutes are going to drop. You don't tell them playing done, but your minutes are going to drop. And, hey, if you don't want that, we will try our best to facilitate and move you to somewhere else to where you can compete for a championship. Now, it will be on the player to say, well, if my minute's going to drop to 20, just don't play me at all.
Right. So you leave them that choice.
Right. It will be the player to say that, but we're not going to say it.
Yeah.
We're just going to say, well, your minutes will be dropping.
Okay. Before we wrap things up today, we got to give you our Bank of Marin. Put it in the bank. And if you're ready to grow, Bank of Marin moves fast with expert bankers and local decisions. Bankofmarin.com, member FDIC. What are you putting in the bank for tonight?
I'm putting in the bank for tonight, third quarter.
Okay.
Dylan Cardwell will have 5 fouls.
You're going on the Cardwell fouls tonight?
Yes, he will have 5 fouls tonight.
Use him. He can use one more, but he'll have 5 in the third.
Yeah. We got to hold him off because we want him to play in the fourth, but he will have 5 fouls in the third.
Okay, I'm going for Neek Clifford. Neek's going to get a double-double. There's some point guard minutes out there without Russ. Well, certainly Schroeder's gone. He's going to get a double-double tonight.
And is that going to be on the rebounds or
I'm going to give it to him an assist tonight. He's going to get his first 10 assist night in the NBA.
Nice. I'm with that. You
18
know what?
points.
He sees the floor exceptionally well.
He does.
And and remember I said this at Summer League. I said he makes kind of some Halliburton-ish decisions out there and on the fast break.
Yeah, he does. So we'll look for the 5 fouls for Cardwell at some point in the third, and I'm going with put in the Bank of Marin for Cardwell getting a double-double. We'll do a quick check of the scoreboard tonight in our final 2 minutes or so here because there was some other action in the NBA. I mentioned the bottom 6 teams. Well, 4 of them are playing each other, Kings and Jazz tonight. Pacers are playing the Nets. The Nets lead that one 53-40. So someone's going to win that game, Henry.
Yeah, somebody got to win ours. Somebody got to win that theirs.
Let's see, a lot of games tonight. There's only a couple tomorrow, so most of the league is in action tonight. Right now we're watching Philly just blow out, New York blow out Philly 45-26. That's early second quarter.
Yeah, big fella ain't there.
Yeah,
Embiid is
that's tough.
Embiid is down on the floor. So, you talk about the difference one man makes. Well, it depends on who that man is.
Yeah, and the Cavs, who have had James Harden for a couple games, he's playing his home opener. They are routing the Wizards 76-61. Let's see. Harden has 11. Mitchell has 11. Oh, wow, their shooting star is Sam Merrill tonight. He is 7 for 7 from 3. Woo! 9 for 9 overall. He has 26 in the first half.
Putting it up.
Man.
That's the beauty, though. When you are a scorer, but you got two legitimate all-stars around you,
him.
I'm going to stand right here. Just throw it to me. You're going to be open.
He will be open because they're watching the other guys.
Yeah, you're going to be open. Throw it to me. I'm right here.
Good for him. All right, that's it for us for game night, but hang around here for a while because Henry and I have the pregame with the G-Man. He's going to be joining us here shortly. It's the Kings and the Utah Jazz. Kings in this stretch where they're not going to have Sabonis tonight. Westbrook, Levine, Monk, Murray, Hunter. Is Turner playing? You going out there? You have time?
They can give me a 10-day now.
10-day, 10-minute.
Hey, 10-day, they could bring me out of retirement. No doubt.
We might need you tonight. No Keontae George or Walker Kessler for the Jazz. We're still waiting to hear about the official word on Lauri Markkanen. But it is the matchup between the Jazz and the Kings. We got the pregame coming your way next right here on Sactown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction.
Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, February 14th in Sacramento.